Hello everyone. It is a mini vlog for today. In fact, just a couple of days, if not hours, after my last Wonderland posting. And I said I wouldn't have too much Wonderland content this year, and sure enough, we're already being spoiled with so much news this season. I haven't even discussed the exclusion of Time Warp from the arsenal of rides this year. It looks like our prayers were finally answered and this ride was removed for the 2025 season. I have yet to meet anyone who said that Time Warp was their favorite ride in the park, so I don't think anybody's been disappointed by this exclusion. No pun intended, but time will only tell what's going to happen with Kingswood Music Theater. Quieter section to do an introduction for the real reason why I'm here today, and that is, of course, Mindbuster has reopened after retracking work by the Gravity Group over the 2024-2025 closed season, and as of only yesterday, it finally opened up. So I'm going to go and try it out for the first time, and I'm going to give you my review on this reinvigorated wood coaster, back to its original form with 6 airtime hills now and a reprofiled first half, which promises to be much smoother than the former version. Sounds like the carousel is actually the most frightening ride in Wonderland right now. Also, we have test runs of Alpen Fury occurring as we speak, so I'm going to include a couple of shots of that, as I've never been able to capture that until today, seeing it for the first time. So let's get over to Mindbuster. 4 rides on the brand new Mindbuster, or the third incarnation, let's call it, of this Frankenstein of coasters. Not quite a Frankenstein, still retained its original profile outside of that third airtime hill, which gloriously has been brought back to reality. It is maybe not as poppy as, say, the last time I remember it, but it's been almost 25 years since I've been through that element, but at least it's back. So what do we got to say about the new version of Mindbuster? Well, it's not as glass smooth as, say, Colossus in Hyde Park, which is the smoothest wooden coaster that I've ever rode, but I'm thankful for that because it's just the right amount of roughness combined with that elegance of that new profiled track from Gravity Group. Excellent ride. What's been surprising is that the front seat for me is actually a better ride than the back on this coaster, and for the longest time it was always the back for me. But the pop that you get just off of the first, even before you come down the hill, you get a little bit of an ejector pop just before being thrown over that new reprofiled first drop, which was sensational. Really get it in the middle, like front middle to front portions of the train. What follows is 3 airtime hills, 2 of which were familiar and 1 which is returned, as I said, from the past. Great ejector in the front seat of the train for that particular portion of the ride. The new reprofiled section. Great little pops of ejector, a little bit of floater, but not substantial like, say, how the third airtime hill used to be. I'd say the back didn't really have too much ejector at all. It had its moments, but the front was substantially better and really just like a joy to experience. And then finally the second half. Now I kind of like the fact that it's a bit rough in that second portion. It was reprofiled recently, so it's not too extreme or anything like that, but it really allows for you to appreciate what's been done with the new version of the ride. The second half also allows for that speed to really pick up going into the final helix. And if there's any section of this ride which I think does not deserve to be touched, it is that final section. Because it is really ridiculous going into that helix and how rough and like you have to like white knuckle it. You really have to hold on. I think the first half of the ride being as smooth as it is now is allowed for more speed to kick up during that second portion. Didn't notice a trim at all. Don't think it needs it. Normally it has one on the second turnaround or the first turnaround. Didn't notice it at all. Really just pulled through the entire course effortlessly. I would say flawlessly. It could maybe be a bit faster going through that first section, which would make it even more relentless. But I'm sure over time, once the ride picks up and kind of like matures into itself, it will definitely get to that point. I'm I'm sure no doubt that the second half will be reprofiled at some point in its future, or at least in Mindbuster's future. But the Helix, I think, probably needs to stay as the way it is, because there really is not more of a sensational finale to a roller coaster in this park than what you get in that final Helix. So that is it. Mindbuster is back, and back to its former glory. I really do love that third Airtime Hills return. It really just brings this ride back to what it originally was, which was one of the most highest rated coasters in Wonderland, and it's probably going to go back up again. A lot of great chatter coming off of this ride. Some people still said it was rough, but compared to what it was from before, it's nothing. It doesn't leave you with that like, oh my god, WTF feeling that you kind of had in the past couple of seasons, especially after, say, a night ride with the track being a little bit sleek. But I'm sure that that will make up for itself later in the season once this ride really comes back into fold of what it once was. So high marks, Wonderland. Thank you for bringing back what was one of my favorite roller coasters back to its former glory.